My name is Jenny C. Bell, and I am the author of In the Cave of My Heart. It's a collection of poems that you can buy on Amazon, either as an ebook or in an actual physical book format, which is my favorite way to read poetry. It is my very first published book, and it is a result of a deep healing, a time of surrender. In the end of 2018, I felt like my life broke apart. I had a family member attempt suicide. I had a very toxic workplace where I was being bullied and where other people were miserable. And I had Hashimoto's, and it was getting to a point where I was just so tired and so unhappy. I kept thinking there's got to be more to life than this, and my life sort of fell apart, and I chose in that moment to surrender to that and trust, which is something I hadn't done before. And I've always been a spiritual seeker and on a spiritual journey, but I decided to really take some time and dedicate my energy towards healing. And I didn't even know what that meant at the time. I thought it would just be physical healing, but of course it wasn't. And while I was healing, I kept track of some poems and some prayers that came to me, and I put them into this book. It's broken up into 3 sections. The first is about forgiving, because that is what I learned was the key to really unlocking my heart and to being happy. And not that I'm happy all the time, but to really unlock joy in your life. And in my life, I had to forgive myself and other people. And I learned that when we forgive, we offer freedom to those people and also to ourselves. And so the first section is my path in forgiveness. The next section is entitled Breathing, and I had to relearn to breathe. Having lived my life for so long as an anxious person, I was always just rushing through life and not taking the time to really breathe and enjoy my life. And so that's another lesson unfolding. And the last section is on listening. And I've always been a highly intuitive person, but I just was not listening to those messages. I was too busy doing and changing and trying to better myself that I wasn't listening to what was coming through for me. And so that's the last section. And in the last section is the poem where the book gets its title, I'll Meet You in the Cave of My Heart. And that's what I will be reading to you today. I hope that this book inspires you and touches your heart and inspires you to create your own healing journey and to create your own poetry or songs or art or whatever it is that is born when you've made room for creativity by healing. I'll meet you in the cave of my heart. I have removed all the rocks blocking the way in. Anger, guilt, shame, resentment, judgment. I lit the fire. It blazes strong and bright. It dances on the walls, making shadows, making dreams, making visions, creating life. I'll meet you in the cave of my heart. There we can talk, heart to heart. All shadows and ego cast aside. I'll listen there to your song. Together we can spin in the great web. I'll hold my light, you'll hold yours. I'll meet you in the cave of my heart, where the bridge between heaven and earth lies. In your great heart life beats, your fire burns strong and bright. Om Mani Padme Hum.